Hey, let me turn on the light because you already know it's going down. And when it's going down, you already know what's going on. Listen, what's going on, y'all? It's been a minute, but I'm here now. I'm on another platform. We're recording audio and video, and we could do it separate. And it's just a whole lit vibe. So we back. We got the podcast up and running, Legendary Views Experience, revamped. Let's get it. Let's go. And it's done. Listen. Topic of the day, y'all. I'm going to get right into it. It's learning how not to be a product of your environment. Let me say that again. Learning not to be a product of your environment. So many people today are stuck in a place that they don't really want to be because they are a product, they are falling into the trap, rather, of being a product of their environment. Yeah, y'all heard me right. Y'all heard me absolutely correct. People are not going to school, not getting a job, not following their dreams, not starting that next business because of what the next person's saying or the product of their environment or what they see right now. With that being said, we got to break out of that. We got to break out of it, y'all. Why do we got to break out of it? We have to break out of worrying about what we have going on now versus what it could be. A product of environment. You're 18, just getting out of school, just graduated. School was hard enough for you already, but by the grace of God, you made it through high school and finished your 12 years. You don't have a job, you don't have no money, you don't have no car, you barely got a bike. Really, all you got is your feet to walk to wherever it is you got to go. Your parents tripping on you. They expect you to be this magnificent person straight out of school. It's less than 3 months of you being out of school. You really don't know what's going on, but they expect you to have it all together. You don't have no experience, remind you. So, you down in the dumps. Oh, you just down and out. You giving up. You sleeping all day. You fall into depression. You doubting yourself. Not doing what you got to do. Not doing what you should be doing because right now, at that point in time, you do not have the funds, the means, the resources, or nothing to get about any motion. Right? So you continue not to be nothing. Your parents make it worse because they're yelling at you all day. They downing you, saying this, that, and the third. Eventually, it turns into a repeated cycle. Before you know it, you're 23. Still no work history. Little things you did get, it's just really not adding up. You didn't stay long enough to build a rapport with anyone. You're just down in the dumps. Still, that's a person of falling a victim of their circumstances. That's an example. You never did nothing because the right then and there, which you could foresee, you didn't have anything to do nothing with. Excuse me. A person that wants to not be a product of their environment and fall into the circumstances of which they have going on currently would do this. Okay, just got to school, parents getting on your nerves, you just stressed out, you don't know which way to go. All you got is your feet. We ain't even going to talk about the little bike that he may have. We're going to talk about the feet and your hands and your eyes that you know for sure you got on your body. Constantly looking up stuff. Constantly looking up jobs. Constantly even looking up things that you could volunteer at. Just something that you can do constantly on a constant basis every day to make you move forward. Okay, you find something. One day, you just looking, you end up finding a market. You find a market, it's a ton of apps out there now that you could work, be a 1099 worker, work at your own pace, work for a day or two, depending on what it is that you want to do. All right, you find a market. You in the market, you try to figure out, what it is that you could do, whatever the case may be. The market say, hey, we don't got no openings, but we see you walking around here, coming back and forth every couple days. We're trying to do something. Have you heard of an app called Instacart? No, you ain't hear of it. Your phone barely on, is using Wi-Fi. Guess what? We got Wi-Fi at the market. You come use your phone. Come with your phone, use Wi-Fi at the market. We're going to go from there. Sign up for Instacart. A little bit of contemplating, but you go ahead and you do it. You sign up for Instacart. You using Wi-Fi at the store. You go and you bagging bags every day, doing first slow 2-3 orders a day. Then it progress to 5 to 10, 15 orders a day. You getting about some motion. Few months pass by, you still doing Instacart. You getting some money, being as though it's as ordered, not by hour. Sometimes good, sometimes crazy low. But you got enough to make sure you eat at least. And you are going out doing something every day. So far as your parents know, you out the way. You're doing something that's productive, right? While you're doing Instacart one day, you run into somebody that owns a company and needs some help. He noticed you, working at doing Instacart, was a little bit infatuated with what you were doing. He asked you about, hey, youngin', what you doing? You telling me I'm doing Instacart, tell me a little bit of your backstory. Just got out of high school, freshly out of high school, you just trying to figure it out. You were just consistent and persistent on not being at home doing nothing. So this was the first thing you came across. They giving you a chance by using a Wi-Fi and being able to do Instacart in the establishment. With that, the owner operator of the company say, whew, that type of dedication I need. Come on, work for me and my company, and we going to take it from there. Now, he got a car dealership. You don't know nothing about cars. You don't even have a car. Never had a car in your life. He owns a dealership. You start by washing the cars. You in a detail shop. Now, to you're a little up from the market. You got enough money now. You could at least pay your phone bill. You know what I mean? You could put some groceries in the house, buy yourself some new gear. You catching an Uber or a bus to work. You not walking. So you up. You know what I mean? Mind you, you just getting out of high school. You working there about a year or two. You go from being a detail washer to a salesman to the junior assistant salesperson. He upgraded you, he molded you, he guided you through his business because he saw the persistence and dedication you had with the hand you was dealt. That's a person that doesn't want to be the victim of their environment or fall into the trap of the hand that they were dealt. I'm going to take what I got, whatever it is, and make a masterpiece out of it versus looking at it as a disaster, balled up pieces of photograph that doesn't mean nothing. Which one are you? It's too many people out here that's blaming the environment, blaming their past, blaming their parents, blaming how they was brought up, and not making nothing out of themselves. It's time for, if that's you, it's time for you to take what you got, take whatever pieces you got, and make whatever masterpiece you try and make at the end. There's too many applications to make money out here. There's too many different ways to get about promotion out here. Word of mouth. Look what I'm doing. Simple as this. I done started a podcast 2-3 times. This the third time. This the third time. And each time I did it or I approached it in different ways. Each time. So each time it's like I'm doing it totally new. I took what I was given and what I had, not given, what I had, the hand I was dealt, and made what I wanted to make with it. Okay, you make the first piece of the puzzle. The pieces ain't piecing. The puzzling ain't puzzling, and it's a wreck. Okay, reorganize the puzzle. If your destination must stay the same, but your route don't have to. If one route don't work, take another route. And any route that you go through or anything that you do, you're going to have struggles, you're going to have tribulations, you're going to have barriers. But do you give up? No. You keep on going. Why? Because you got it. And you got to. Because you need to be dependent on you. If everybody else give up on you, you think you need to be giving up on you too? No. No. I'm tired of seeing young people. I'm tired of seeing old people giving up on their dreams because of whatever circumstance they're in. Nothing's perfect. Nobody's perfect. Nothing is going to be all the way 100. But you know what? You get up and you try. As long as you get up and you try, God said 70% of the battle is you showing up. The other half is just putting in motion. But first you got to show up. You got to show up. You have to. You have to. If you simply didn't get out of bed this morning, but God woke you up, you disobeyed him. You let him down. Because he woke you up for you to make a difference, to make a change, to do something different, to reroute yourself, to rebuild something, to start over and start over and start over. Imagine if you lived every day on a daily basis of today is my last day. This is it. What are you going to do with that last day? Sit around and do nothing? You're not going to do nothing? Somebody stop me now. Because I ain't even had to come on this podcast and be super duper hot like this. Somebody stop me now. Please, please. Stop me now. Somebody stop me now. You feel me? Like, listen. Somebody stop me. Somebody stop me. You know why? Because y'all don't hear me. Y'all don't hear me. And I ain't come on here to preach. I just came to get something off my chest that I was thinking about. This time around in my podcast, I'm strictly going off of what I'm thinking, how I'm feeling. And that's what I believe God placed on my chest and my heart and my soul and my brain to let out there to the world. That's how I'm going with it. I'm not writing a script down now to write some pointers down to keep me guided. Yes, I'm going to do that. We're going to make sure it's professional. A higher quality, of course. But sitting, wrecking my brain, thinking what's the hottest trending topic, we're not going off that. If the sky is purple and it's really supposed to be blue and today is green and I feel like talking about it because I'm mad that it's not blue because that's my favorite color, I'm going to talk about it. And do I care that everybody else think it's pink? No. And that's how you should be. Learn to go on your own destination, your own path instead of following the crowd. But I ain't even gonna get on that because that's for another episode. Because it's a lot of that too. And everybody that's following the crowd, guess what they doing? Somebody tell me. If you're able to comment inside this description, if this is a video podcast, and you're able to contact and you're able to write in the comments, tell me what they doing. If you can't comment and this is an audio and you listening, you write it down and you go in my DM at Legendary Views Experience or Legendary Views EXP on Instagram and DM me and tell me on your first episode, you asked what people are doing. And this is what I thought. What they doing when they following people? Okay. You did it. You went there. You went to Instagram. Did you write in the comments? Okay. I'm gonna let y'all know. They crashing out. They crashing out. I mean, you saw the movie Leave the World Behind, just came out late 2023. And the Teslas was malfunctioning. And all of them was crashing into each other, crashing into each other, crashing into each other. And they almost hit the people that tried to get out of town that had a Jeep. They had a Jeep, not the Tesla. They had a regular gas car and not electric. Wink, wink. But they ended up moving out the way, and the Teslas kept coming, hitting each other. No matter what, they couldn't stop. They're crashing out. It's building up. They're crashing out. It's building up. They're crashing out. That's what people doing when you following people. Oh, my young bull ain't like somebody, so I don't like him neither. You don't even know why they ain't getting into it. Then the whole time they getting into it because your young bull acting like a pea head, and they done did something wrong to the bull. You just riding off of pretenses and a thought process that you think your homie right. People is crashing out. In Philadelphia, where I'm from, I think right now we at 420 motors. I want to say about, I ain't going to put a number on it, I'm going to say a percentage. Maybe 60% of people is going in deceased off of a beef they man or somebody else had. They don't even know about it. Or they don't hardly know all the facts and they hype. Vice versa, people going to jail. You asking, yo, what you in jail for? There's this little situation on the block with my crew and da-da-da-da. And I had to ride. I had to be a real guy. So, I grabbed a banger and I went around there and I shot a couple people whole time. I don't even know how to shoot. So I shot somebody's grandmama and a little kid. Now I'm in here for life. That's how it be. Whole time that corny boy that's just going to work or going to school is really winning. But these X or Z generation, whatever it is, making it seem like being a stand-up person, going to school, going to work, taking care of your family, getting your mom out the hood is a cornball. It's crazy to me, but again, that's another situation. I'm not even gonna get too deep into it because I'm gonna be all day. We are already about 20 minutes into the podcast, and I didn't even expect this episode to be so long. I really just wanted to come on here and do an introduction of what it is that we have going on at Legendary Views Experience. We is also a family channel, so on YouTube at Legendary Views Experience. My family is on there as well. We doing mukbangs, we doing vlogs, we're doing trips, blogging, and everything else. So you make sure you tap into there. But we just doing a couple different things. Hopefully, my daughter or my wife could hop on the podcast a time or two. But yeah, we doing it. We doing it different. We being transparent, and we're being us. We're being us. And yes, as it progresses, I'm going to keep guided. I'm going to keep my keynotes to make sure I'm on point and to make sure the show is running smooth. But it's going to be authentic and real, the real as it can be, because this is the Legendary Views experience. You ain't going to experience anything less but legendary. But it's going to be real. So till next time, y'all, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to whatever it is you watching or you listening to me on. Share the video, share the audio, and let's get to it. Together, we're going to make things happen. And of course, have a